Sandra, this is your brother. I have no idea what kind of beast entered inside your body. Has your conscience started bothering you yet? I don't mean to be mean. Candidly, I'm way, way, way beyond angry of hollering. I am that deeply hurt by what you did. First, to my mom. Second, to me. Then her great-grandchildren. How could you be so selfish, so deceitful, that you would allow this to occur? I'll continue, but let you know, I had 3 heart attacks on the morning that Mom passed away. The first one was at 1:30, all documented. And then when Mom had her heart attack, I had mine, 4:10 in the morning. I felt Mom die. This onslaught that you had, it began really in 2012 when Mom had her heart attack. You guys took 2.5 hours to let me know. She would have called me, but she stumbled, and I guess Renee had called her the night before. There's no moral excuse for 2.5 hours. When I got to the hospital, Renee didn't say one word to me. She sat there with her phone, playing video games with Dennis Waters, that piece of crap, sitting next to her. Play this for Renee. Make sure she knows. When we went in to talk to the heart surgeon about Mom, Dennis kept interrupting like he wanted to let her know, because he's been around a couple crash victims, he knows medicine. I kept asking him to stop so I could hear what the doctor was saying. After the second time he did that, he turned to me and said, "I'll call the police." Do you think he did? No. Because I turned to him and I said to him directly, when he looked into my eyes, I said, "Call him." But look at what you folks did. Even then, you became suspicious. But then a week and a half or so later, boom, you're off away on your way home. How could you treat Mom this way? Not one of you have come home for any of the holidays in 40 years. 47 years, candidly. And when you did come home in October, when Mom fractured her leg, you did the most heinous, unscrupulous, immoral things. You went and had a trust made up and had Mom sign it when she didn't know what she was signing. What a deceitful thief that action is. Do you disagree? Tell me. But it even gets worse. You warehoused Mom in Brooksdale for 8 months longer than she needed to, because you didn't know how to uncrack the plan that you had put in place. And all it did was get worse. Sandy, I'm telling you this because I'm giving you an opportunity to change the ship. But you didn't. You isolated Mom for 6 years in her home. Who came to visit her? No one. No one came to visit Mom in her own home because you had it such a ramshackled mess. No one could come into the house. That puke of a pastor for the United Methodist Church, Eric, I'll have another conversation about that. Eric Ilke, Chatsworth United West Valley Church. He said he came over and saw Mom once, and yes, the house was a little messy. Sandra, how could you do this to our mom? No one came to see her. You had her sleeping on the couch, and because you had the locks on the house changed, I couldn't get in to finish the kitchen. So you proceeded to fix Mom pre-packaged meals. There's pictures of the refrigerator filled full of them, about a 2-3 week supply at a time. Or microwave her food. How often, because I cooked for her every couple weeks to get something into her, how often did she ever get the food? You never returned my phone calls. She didn't. Voicemail messages. I've got hundreds of recorded voicemail messages left for Mom. I've got videos of you when I finally had lunch with Mom on the patio, where you come out and said, Mom, 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 ask him about the pot he stole. And I'm thinking, what's this stuff? Sandra, the house is on security cameras. Put the video together of whatever this thing I've supposedly stolen. You turned into a horrible person, and you killed Mom early off that she did. Mom and I played golf when she was 92. In spite of you, you know the reasons why I talked to Mom about stuff I was fully versed in? To work her memory. You had no exercise regimen for Mom, none. She'd sleep on the couch, sometimes 3 days in her pajamas, because she got lazy. Exercise would have given her energy. You didn't know what you were doing. You just didn't know what you were doing. You made it up as you went along. Her medical records, you've got cases upon cases of soda in the workshop in the garage. I got pictures of those. If she was pre-diabetic or a diabetic, why do you have so much sugar around for her? And with her memory loss, what were you doing to be her encourager? She slept past breakfast. I'd call and find out. Sometimes it was 8, sometimes it was 9. Then she'd go back to bed. She'd wake up at 11 or so, fed lunch. Then she'd fall back asleep till 1:30 or so, till about 3:30 or 4. Sometimes on a real tired day, if she'd been lazy for 3-4 days, she'd sleep till 5. It was great for you because you could do your work while she was sleeping. You didn't even require a caretaker for her to help her during the day. You robbed my mom of all of me picking her up for lunch every Friday at the Munch Box. When we ordered, it became order for Mom. When I told them last week I hadn't been there in a while, told my mom had passed away, they were so sad. They said, we haven't seen your mom in a while. Look at all the people whose lives you interrupted. Her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren. How callous, how hateful to deny her such simple pleasures. You should have been my ally and joy to my mom. Every day, people coming around. Even more so when you knew she was dying from what happened, from your negligence. I pleaded with you and texted some voicemails to get Mom home. That's because you took control over everything from Mom and removed me from everything because you had signature authority now. How shameful. I was so short-sighted in not serving Mom. I had hospice care all set up to bring Mom home, to have her in the living room, where people could come and go, day or night, it didn't matter, just for a couple minutes to say, "Hi, Jenny. Hi, Mom. Grandma, how you doing?" Not one. I'm going to attach videos to this because I went and saw Mom every day. Fed her with a straw when you weren't supposed to get moisture in her. Sponge on her lip for moisture. You didn't go there. I've got videos of it. Just for 30 seconds ago for Mom's dignity. It was horrible when she stopped eating. 5 days it took her to die. Think about the cruelness of that, the indifference to having her die in a hospice place that's set up for 95% of the people to die there. Think about the humanity and dignity you could have given our Mom. Think of that. Think about the humanity and dignity you could have given our Mom by figuring out ways from the moment she fractured her hip to partner with me, because I did it. I did it for 40 years before you showed up and wrecked the train. Just horrible what you did. Tell me one thing you did for Mom that made her life better since you showed up. You lied to the pastor. You brought him into your fold. And then when Mom died, you know, still today, this is December 22nd. This is my first day out. You have no idea how you hurt me. Physically, mentally, emotionally. And as someone said, you know the wounds that are worse? The ones that don't bleed. Look what you did to my heart. Look what you did to my Mom's heart. Because the last day before she passed away, I walk in there and I'd see her, and you know, I always had to take a step back out and walk out and come back in with a cheery face. I said, "Hey girlfriend, how you doing?" And she really hadn't said a word in 2 days. She goes, "Oh, Donnie, you find a good woman for yourself now. You earned it." Oh. And then you know what? I told Mom, "It's okay now, Mom. It's okay to go." And I lied. Because I'm being selfish. I didn't want her to go. But it was best that she go. It was best that she had the dignity of something better. So much better than the 6 years you gave her. More to follow, but this is enough for now. This is my first day out in almost 2 months. I'm going up to a place in the Sequoias just to test the altitude and come home later today. You have no idea how you physically damaged me with this onslaught of incessant, non-stop evil. Do people know you kept me from my Mom? What kind of stories did you tell these people about me? The neighbors say, "Oh, we heard there's a terrible argument going on." I wasn't arguing. You were. Pastor, what kind of story did you tell him? For him to send me a text the day I get out of ICU that we will let you know about your Mom's memorial. Which reminds me, she died October 1st. Today's December 22nd. No one has let me know when Mom died, what funeral home she went to, any funeral arrangements, and when the funeral was. Which, by the way, I wanted to give Mom that book that I had written for her that you had hid and I had found. The I Love You Mom was 74 different I Love You Moms for 74 days in Mother's Day. Are you seeing how your character is just so shameful? I'm telling you this because I'm giving you an opportunity to tell me how you want to do things different. My 2 grandsons, her great-grandsons, that's their home, not yours, not mine. I'm the trustee for it until they come a majority. The condo, I paid for. The mortgage is all paid off. I would throw in $100 bills down on the counter of Mom and get angry. So that's why I gave her 4 cars, all the maintenance. Do you know of one thing Mom ever had done to her home since Dad died that I didn't do until you butchered it? It's in such disrepair. Probably problems with termites now. There wasn't one thing in Mom's house that I didn't do. The roof, the plumbing, the rehabs inside, even the chair rail in the family room when I redid her family room for her. Selfishly, how could you be so cruel to me, your brother? Really? What have I ever done to you for you to unload such deceit, hurt, and harm on me with such intention? I really want to know. The condo, by the way, goes to my other 3 grandchildren. You and I need to sit down where that trust is straightened out. You can have the pickings that you want, but that substance you'll never get. What a shame.